What's guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're interacting to the second episode of Remake Our Life. This was titled 10 Years Back in Time. So yes, we kicked off this show last week with a double-length episode, which was very, very nice. It didn't help my schedule in any way, shape, or form trying to record that, but it was very helpful for the series. As I said many times, double-length episodes can really help make a show if they're done right. I think Detective Is Already Dead kind of misused the double-length nature of its show, in all honesty. But this one did it perfectly fine. We got introduced to characters. Very good cast so far. I'm excited to get to know more of them as time goes on. I quite like our main guy so far. He seems generally likable. He doesn't seem super dense. Obviously, I know a lot of people use oh, you've gone back 10 years in time. Use the knowledge of that time to make yourself a millionaire and all this stuff. And it's fair, but that depends if he even really cares about that fact. The point of the series that they're trying to get across is the idea of taking a chance, taking a risk, and seeing where it ends up. It's don't regret anything in the moment. You could just go for it and see what happens. Kind of that's the base idea of what the show is trying to do. I'm kind of curious to see what happens, if he reaches a certain point and then returns back to 10 years in the future, or if he's just going to go from his life at this point, because Real Life, which is a series that's very similar in premise to this, at least on a very basic level, had the main character just stay for a year back in high school to get to know or to familiarize himself with what he's kind of just missed out on, and to help that inform his life going forward. This one, it looks like a complete redo, and I saw a comment, I don't remember where it was, but comparing this to it's a combination of Real Life and Pet Girl Sacre So. I think I'm saying that one correctly. I remember that series a lot, and I really enjoyed that series. I really, really did. I think it was a 24-episode series as well, which was nice. But seeing those two ideas kind of meant together, I'm yeah, that actually makes sense. And I'm quite interested to see where this goes. Based on that. Shinoaki is... I already really like her. We know that she is one of the members of the Platinum Generation. I'm going to assume the rest of them are probably members of the Platinum Generation as well. I think, what was one of them called? Nanako? I think she's probably going to be Nana, the singer that they mentioned. And I don't remember the last one, but it's probably the guy. Let's be real. It would make the most sense. And yeah, it was just, all in all, a very solid character introduction episode. This show is going to be very much based around its characters, so it kind of needs to make a good impression with them, I think. And like I said, so far it's done more than enough to really make me like the characters and start to care about what's going through their minds. So Kyoya here doesn't really have an idea on what he wants to do, and we kind of explored that at the end. It's well, everyone's kind of searching for the thing that they can really do, because, everyone has strengths and everyone has weaknesses. Everyone has things they can't do. For example, I can't sing or dance. It's just not going to happen. But everyone has something they can do. And for me, I don't know what that is for me. Usually, the things that you can do kind of don't show themselves as much as what you can't do. You're very aware of your failings. You're not so aware of what makes you special in a way, or what you're very good at. It's it doesn't come across as easily, unless of course it's in a professional setting. It's professional footballers, you can see that they're actually good at football, and all sports personalities can see that, especially when they're winning tournaments and such. But for just normal everyday people, it's kind of hard to find out what's that thing that you're really good at, because I don't actually know what I'm good at. I like to think I'm good at managing my time. I'm really not. That's a weakness of mine, actually. I like to think, what am I good at? I like to think I'm very competent at games. I like to think that I catch on to things very quickly. I like to think that I'm quite observant of a person. Whether that's actually true or not, I don't know. But I like to think that that's one of my strengths. And spending so many years watching anime and doing this channel for a year and a half now, I like to think that I'm catching on to tropes and ideas before they even happen in the show. So I think that's happened a couple of times in recent shows where I'm oh, we'll probably get to this point, and then it happens, and it's yeah, that makes sense. So I think I'm starting to get used to that side of things as well. But anyway, I expect this episode is probably going to be Kyoya trying to figure out what he wants to do, because of that conversation we had with Shinoaki. Knowing that he's now with the Platinum Generation, he can't afford to slack off and just be like, oh, it's all fine. He's got to find something that he wants to do. And I don't quite know what it is. I think the OP and the ED probably give us some hints. I remember there being very much a film, like, theme to it. At least the ED, I remember, like, had, like, the film effect. So I wonder if he's going to go into, like, filmmaking or something like that. Maybe be a director or, like, something along those lines is where I kind of imagine his story going. Although, according to the professor, it's like, you gotta be careful because, like, you don't always end up in the field that you kind of want to be in. I think she said, like, what, like 8 people out of a class of, like, over 100 ended up being in the place they actually wanted to be. So, yeah. It's gonna be tough, but I think we'll see. I think we'll see a good journey here, regardless of where it ends up. How many episodes was this? This is 12 episodes, okay. So, essentially 13 episodes since we got a double-length first one, so that's fine. Anyway, we're going to load the episode up here. As per usual, these are time-based format accents here on YouTube. If you want to see the full picture-in-picture, you can go to my Patreon down description below. £4 a month gets you access to all Patreon reactions I do on the channel, which is everything from the current seasonal lineup, as well as Patreon request shows such as World Trigger, Symphogear, and Lock Horizon. They're all working their way into the weekly format, I promise. Just bear with me. But here on YouTube, we do time-based, so bottom left of the screen you'll see a time for the episode. I count you down 3, 2, 1, play. Then on play side episode, I side episode, and we should be in sync. We're watching this one on Crunchyroll since they're the ones who licensed this series. No logos or anything, we're just going straight into the episode. Looks like we're looking at the share house right now. But you can use screen flash on my face, the mic, or this part of my headset to tell when the scenes are transitioning. That should help you sync it up as well. So, with all that said, let's get into this week's episode, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, play. Oh my god, I just heard Paimon there. I just hear Paimon. I've been playing a lot more Genshin recently, and yeah. I love you, Alkoga. Just pacing around the room. Nah. Oh boy. Yes. Or lack thereof, yes. Yep. Look how he was the only one who got punched. Mm-hmm. Do you know your yes. Mm-hmm. Yep. IP time. I believe this OP is done by another like Bang Dream group, right? Because there was it Bang Dream group that did the Salt Lily Bouquet OP? I feel like that's happening more frequently now. Or maybe I've only just noticed it now. I feel like Bang Dream and like these other like idol project shows are now starting to do OPs for other anime, which I think is really cool. Well, we're definitely filming something. Maybe it's just like one of the big group projects that we do. Obviously, gotta have the swimsuit scene. Alright. Here we go. Comprehensive exercise, alright. Performance production, direction, technicals. Film milking, okay. That's convenient and works out well. 3-minute long project. And there'll be a screening, okay. The theme? Time, okay. Mm-hmm. He's director. Production, okay. Hmm. 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 So, big enough lake, well, you can't really tell the difference. Oh, I believe that. Hmm. Okay. I mean, that's understandable. I get that idea. And that's kind of why he's here in a way in the 10-year time skip. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. More than one way. Yeah. Wasn't super embarrassed by it, which is a nice change for a male MC in that situation. Mm-hmm. That's true. Hmm. I mean, the fact that he's time loop 10 years is probably a good start. I don't think. Don't know about. I don't know if you can relate that to time necessarily, but time of your life maybe. uh, Falling asleep. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Yep. When you live rural, you don't have many options. Hmm. All waiting for the train. It's all coming together. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Start at sunrise, through the sunset. That's actually an interesting idea. He's quiet. Huh? Oh. Hmm. Right. They probably had the same idea, didn't they? Well, Kyoya might come up with that idea, remembering it in like his past. There's a chance that happened. He just doesn't even realize it. It was part of his notes anyway. Hmm. And he's gonna think he probably stole it. Right. But yet they still have the same idea. Hmm. I mean, it would be, yeah. Does he remember that from who wrote that book? He wrote that, didn't he? Hmm. I mean, what else? You can't say the 10-year time skip thing. No one would believe you. But also, there's no other. Hmm. Very true. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Okay. He's now motivated to do it. Okay. It worked out. I wonder if this is going to be like Azuken, where we get to see the full 3-minute piece untouched. Well, not untouched, but like we get to see the entire thing. That would be a nice touch if they did do something like that. Time flies. Hmm. 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 Do we have time to try? Mm-hmm. Hmm. 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 He is. What the hell? Oh boy. Oh boy. They try to recruit. Ah. That guy was not impressed. Hmm. For here, photography, okay. I mean, it's good to make these types of connections, though, to be fair. Didn't knock. Mm-hmm. Location release form, okay, that makes sense. Hmm. Sure. He doesn't, does he? Mm-hmm. Hmm. Yep. Okay. Sure. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Nope. Hmm. There we go. Mm-hmm. Still plenty of episode left. Oh. 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 Do we have time for that? We don't. We're stuck with an image camera. Hmm. Sure about that? Hmm. As well, there's nothing we can do about it. I mean, if you still got a still camera, you can do... Oh, what's it called when you do frame by frame? I forget what that's called. I forget what that process is called. Stop motion? Is that it? Gonna figure something out. I don't get... Okay. I don't get the point of these little bits at the end here. I'm assuming these are meant to be, like, episode 3. This is the title. Like, I assume that's what the purpose of these little end bits were, but... They're not doing anything with them. It's just like, oh, and now we're running the end of a film. Like, I get it. It fits the theme of the show, but, like... I figured this was meant to be, like, next episode title. Like, reveal. Did they just not bother, or did they forget that was going to be a thing, or is this just a artistic choice because they want to bump the runtime a couple of seconds? Because that's what it feels like. It feels like it's just bumping the runtime to fit a nice, even value. Just so it hits the 2340 that is kind of typical. I have no idea. Anyway, yes, good episode. Good episode. I'm really liking the characters here. I'm really liking our group of characters right now. So wait, who got the wrong camera? So it's Tsurayuki who got the camera. Not Kyoya. Okay. I thought that'd be Kyoya's mistake, because I was gonna be like, oh, Kyoya just thought, oh, just get any old camera, they all have video functionality anyway. So Tsurayuki just circled the wrong thing, just made one little mistake there. Okay. I really thought Kyoya would make that mistake, because he's like from the future, and he's like, oh, every camera kind of has like video functionality, it's kind of normal, but like this is 2006. I guess they wouldn't. Did like actual like do cameras like that actually have... When was the first like video camera like that? Because normally, thinking back to 2006, I would think either like the big one that you saw in the OP as a film camera, or like a handheld camcorder. But when did camcorders even like handheld camcorder? When did they first start coming out? They were tape-based. Digital recording became the norm. Yeah, 2006 was the time of digital. I know that. 2006 was around about the time that, at least in Japanese anime, the main transition from, like, 4x3 to 16x9 started happening. I don't know if that was just a Japanese thing or if that was a worldwide thing, because I'm just trying to think when that switch between... switch from 4x3 to 16x9. Like, when was that really happening? It was in the 2000s, yeah. It was all just because of the CRTs that we created, okay. It was just easier to do that. And then we went by 16x9. Yeah, it's just kind of interesting that 16x9 was the time. But yeah, like if you see an anime pre-2006, there's a decent chance it was going to be in 4x3 format. That's kind of what I learned from looking at it. But yeah, it's just kind of interesting things like that. But yeah, so 2006 was when internal SD's HD stuff started coming into it. Uh, 2003, Sony, JVC, Canon, and Sharp introduced HDV as the first affordable HD video format. HDV 720 or 1080i. Okay. Tapeless started in 2003 from Sony, and then Panasonic followed in 2004. Then we got ABC HD in 2006. So yeah, this is right around the time that's like proper high definition camcorders and stuff really started to come into it. I assume if they had the budget or the availability to rent a proper movie grade camera, I'm sure you could get like 2006. What was like movie grade cameras of 2006? This is what I love about shows like this. It makes me really kind of appreciate the technology of it. Canon Camera Museum. Let's try this. View by period. Canon made 50 million by 2008. Jesus Christ. Like 50 million cameras. Okay, no, I didn't do it. Professional video cameras. Here we go. It's like studio cameras and such. Is there any dates and stuff associated with these? There isn't. Yeah, it's just listed as the 2000s. Yeah, the digital television transition. That had a big impact as well. God, I remember that. Like, I remember the day where it's like, oh, everything went digital. Like, I remember that analog switch off day. When was that here in the UK? It was like 2011? Something like that? Where is transitions completed? Europe and former Soviet Union. Where is England? Or the UK, I guess it would be. Yeah, digital starting then. Started on 2007. So yeah, switch off all analog signals was between 2010 2012. I think we were about 2011 probably. Analog cable broadcasts eventually ended and fully ceased in November 2013 when Milton Keynes finally saw their service terminate. After an ownership dispute between BT and Virgin Media. Tracks. And then, yeah, no more stuff, no more analog TV sets from 2010. Yeah, I remember that. It's crazy to think that happened in my lifetime. And I was, like, very much aware of that happening. That's crazy to me, to think that sort of thing happened. But anyway, technology is crazy, okay? Technology is crazy. And I know that wasn't the point of what this episode was, but, like, it's just kind of fun to think about. Okay, so we have a stills camera. What are we going to do with it? Stop motion makes sense, but what frame... Okay, let me just think of it this way. 3-minute piece. So that's 180 seconds worth of film. If we were to do a 24 frame piece, that's over 4,000 pictures to take in a day. I don't know if that's doable. Also, the problem with doing stills, especially for a time project where we need sunrise, day, sunset, and we need it in order for the sake of the shots, that could make getting the shots a bit difficult. Also, I don't know about the quality of cameras right now if we could do 4,000 pictures. I mean, if we half the frame rate, we're down to just over 2100. 12 FPS. You could probably get away with that. Probably. Maybe. I don't know if they're going to go stop motion route with it or not. Because we just don't have a video camera. So, stop motion was the only thing I can think of to maybe get that to work. But I guess we'll see what plan they come up with. Unless they can find another camera. But I don't know how you're going to get another camera in this day and age. It's not like you can just whip out your phone. Like, it's 2006. When was the first iPhone? I don't even know. Like, was that like 2011, 2010? When was iPhone a thing? Or like, iPhone wasn't the first phone with like actual video recording, was it? There was plenty before it, but when was the first iPhone? I don't even know. First was announced in 2000. Wow, 2007? Really? Okay. First iPhone was 2000. Wow, I didn't actually expect that. And then 3G came in 2008. They're really not that far off iPhone then. Wow, okay. I really thought it was a bit later than that, but no. So the iPhone I had was from 2000. Wait, which iPhone did I have? I think I had one of the original generations, or it might have been the 3G. So yeah, mine was a very old phone. Very old phone. What about Samsung Galaxy? Were they around about the same time? Look at this page. Samsung Galaxy. Oh, they were 2009, so they were a little later. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Good to know. Yeah, then you got the current generation stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm on. I'm a Samsung person. So, yeah. Anyway, good episode. We went off a bit of a tangent there, but that's the point of this show. I like this show because we can go off on tangents and stuff like this. Reminds me of like Asteroid and Love. I just went off on tangents talking about geology and space and stuff like that, and I really enjoyed it. Nice to see the creative process. Nice to see the disagreements and how they got handled. It is a little creepy for that guy to realize like his idea, pretty much to the letter, has been bought before him. It is kind of freaky, but realistically, like there's no explanation for it except this weird situation of the time leap. So it is what it is. But yeah, that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the one as per usual. Leave a like if you did, as well as your comments what you thought of the episode. Don't forget to subscribe as well to see next week's episode, as well as the rest of the summer 2021 lineup you can find here on the channel. Thank you for watching. Till next time. See you guys later.